This is Dr. Cathleen King, and this is a brain rewiring attunement. Let's begin by coming into our heart center through our breath. Breathe in a 5-second in-breath and a 5-second out-breath, and just relax. Come into this present moment as fully as possible. On the next in-breath, breathe in a ball of golden light into your heart center. And as you exhale, drop that golden light down your spine, down your legs, all the way down into the center of the earth, and just connect into Earth's center. Good. On the next inhale, imagine drawing golden light up from the center of the earth, all the way back up into your legs, your hips, your belly, and back into the heart. And breathe in the light and love from the center of the earth, knowing that you're supported in this present moment. Good. Take another in-breath into your heart and collect all of your energy, all of your attention, all of your awareness into this present moment. There's nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to do. And as you exhale, send light up out the top of your head, all the way up to the central sun, to the heart of the universe, and connect in. And on your next inhale, breathe in golden light from the center of the universe, all the way back down through the crown of your head, down your throat, and back down into your heart, and connect into your heart. Noticing that your heart is connected to the center of the earth, as well as to the central sun. And notice that there's a pillar of light that runs from the heavens to the earth through this body. And this pillar of light represents your true nature. And just in your mind, knowing the truth is, I am love and light. I'm invincible and imperturbable. This is my true self. And that this pillar of love and light goes with me wherever I go, with whatever path I take. I'm surrounded by light. And as you notice that you're a pillar of love and light, you might also notice that there's a feeling that you're surrounded by other beings of love and light that truly have unconditional positive regard for you. And just be willing to see that now, being surrounded by love and light as you witness your own love and light. These beings might be ancestors or guides or angels, or maybe even the loved ones in your life. But just letting your awareness rest on this truth that there is love and light both within you and all around you, regardless of how your body feels or the current situation might seem. Now let's move on to the attunement. I'd like for you to imagine that you are walking down a path, and it's this beautiful path through this meadow with all sorts of wildflowers. The sun is shining. You're even hearing birds, maybe seeing insects flying around, butterflies. And you're walking down this path and you're feeling this sense of excitement, this sense of purpose, because you're noticing that this path is leading you to this place far off in the distance. And this place is what you really want to be doing here in this life. And up ahead, you're so excited to get to that future life, that way that you really want to express in the world. Maybe you see an image of where it is that you'd really want to live someday, or a place that you want to travel to, or maybe it's an experience you want to have with your family or loved ones. But up ahead, you see something that you absolutely want to experience here on this human journey. What is that? What would you love to create or experience just because you love it? Now notice this path. As you're walking towards it, you're feeling full of anticipation, and you know you're on your way, and you're excitedly moving along, when all of a sudden the path splits into many paths, and you tend to lose your orientation of which path will lead you to where you want to be. And in that confusion, there might be a little bit of a panic or overwhelm. Which path do I take? There's so many, and they split off in all different directions, and I don't know which one will lead me to where I want to be. And in that confusion and in that overwhelm, you might notice that fear sets in, or maybe symptoms in your body, and you might want to even just start noticing that you're just trying to figure out which path. And it might even become a bit of an obsession. Or maybe you just freeze because you're overwhelmed. Whatever it is, there's many, many options, and you don't know which one to take. And mostly you just want to know what path was the right path to take you to that expected end, that desired future. In your mind, if you would allow me to connect with your higher superconscious self for the attunement, for the purpose of increasing clarity, decreasing resistance, and helping you know that you are indeed on the right path. So I'm going to connect on my end, and just regardless of when you're listening to this attunement, it takes place outside of time and space. So just giving me permission. In your mind, just say, I give Cathleen permission to connect with my higher self now. Excellent. Higher self, do you see the metaphor that's been laid out of the path that leads to this expected end? And yet the path all of a sudden diverts into many directions, and it's confusing to know what direction is the right one to take. And that there are part-time personalities and memory structures and that get activated that create confusion, stress, overwhelm, freeze, different responses that happen when they don't know what the right path is or what path will be the safest. Please understand that metaphor and tag for attunement today any part-time personalities that have gotten activated by the stress of not knowing what the right path is. Please bring these parts forward and explain to them that the right path will be chosen by the main personality, and it's not their job to figure it out. Their job is to trust that the main personality, this adult self, is capable of choosing. And help these part-time personalities to come to know that the adult self has an ability to choose, and that ability will be revealed in just a moment of what the right choice is, but they can relax, performing a massive change of history on these part-time personalities that get overactivated because they don't know what the right choice is. Higher superconscious self, please bring forward any memory structure that was created in the past where overwhelm or fear or freeze would happen when there were too many choices, and the memory structure that was created that said that there's a right choice and a wrong choice, and you have to find the right choice or something bad might happen. Please find that memory structure, bring it forward into the active experience, open up that file and make edits, and bring in the truth. And this is the truth. All paths have a unique experience. There isn't a right and wrong, there's just different experiences. And each path has the ability to direct to the same ideal future ending. It doesn't matter what path is taken, there's an experience to be had, and in that experience, the main personality will discern, oh, this path feels good, or this path is not what I want to experience, and the main personality will redirect as needed. Please bring in the attunement that there is no right path. Rather, all paths lead to the ideal future as long as the main personality is in charge and is sending out the frequency of their true self essence. Perform a massive change of history, updating this memory structure to the current reality, where the main personality is learning to choose by what feels resonant and in alignment with truth of the true self, and what feels disresonant. And the choice is made by what it is that my values are, what it is that I want to do to express myself. And does this particular opportunity allow me to live my values or not? And sometimes you only learn that by just choosing a path and going along it until situations come where you're able to decide, is this living my values or is this not living my values? And that helps you to confirm whether this path is one to continue on or whether it's right to redirect. Bringing in this attunement to these memory structures now, to the current timeline, that part-time personalities are no longer needed to make these kind of decisions. The main personality can discern for itself if a path feels right or not. Thank you. Now there's one more key aspect here to help the main personality stay on the path that leads to the expected future outcome. And that is by being in alignment with your true self values and by expressing the true self nature. See yourself now willing to embody your values. Maybe just pick one value while you're expressing adjectives that describe your true self nature. What is it that you value? And how would you express yourself? And notice that any one of these paths you choose, you can always embody your values, and you can always choose to express yourself no matter what you come across along these paths. These paths are independent of your ability to express your true nature. So notice that all paths actually allow you to be you and to express your truth. And notice that as you start walking forward with your willingness to express your true nature and to embody your values, that the paths seem to merge into one just by your own expression of yourself. And all of a sudden it becomes clear that you are on your path. There was never a right path or a wrong path. There is only an inner path of true self-expression, of embodying your values, and that there was misinformation in the brain that made you think that there was a right path and a wrong path. Higher superconscious self, please bring forward all part-time personalities that were afraid of a right and wrong path and help them to see that the right path happens internally through embodying the true self, and that it doesn't matter which path you choose, that they all lead to that expected future. Notice now that you're walking along, embodying your true self values, expressing your true self adjectives, and you can now see that future visualization clearly again. What it is that you'd love to create and what you're doing, and you realize that you've been on the path all along, and that path is made clear moment by moment by being in alignment. Higher superconscious self, please bring in the attunement. My path is made clear by being in alignment with my true nature. I don't have to be indecisive anymore. I don't have to worry about the wrong choice. As long as I'm true to myself, my path will redirect and will steer me to the expected outcome that I desire. I am the path. My expression illuminates the path before me. I can relax now All I need to do is express my true nature by doing what I love now. Notice now that as you're expressing your true nature, you're doing what you love now, and there's some similarities to what you were wanting to do in the future, and that's what aligns your path. Doing what you love now brings you to what you would love to do in the future. Higher superconscious self, please bring this awareness throughout all the neural pathways, all the memory structures that have created resistance to being the true self, created resistance to making decisions, and help all parts to see that the path is illuminated in the present moment with true self-expression, and that it's as simple as that. Thank you, higher superconscious self. Please ground all recoded and repatterned memories and parts into the matrix of the universe to continue to inform the unconscious and conscious mind of these divine truths. Please help to illuminate to the main personality. The only thing to do is to be yourself. That's the path. Thank you, higher superconscious self, for this attunement. Disconnecting now.